So I wasn't aware that I had been sexually abused by my uncle until I was in my 30s, because I'd done a really good job of suppressing it. Now, I spoke about it when I was young. I'd have told I think one of my grandmums and even my auntie. I'm sure I told people. And, well, it didn't appear anything was done.
Trauma is almost always perpetrated by one person to another. Somebody else makes the choice to traumatize an individual, and unfortunately, the traumatized individual has to learn to live with the consequences of a choice that somebody else made for them. Sometimes behavior within relationships activates trauma that people believe that they had worked through. I think that most people don't come into a relationship aware of how their trauma may impact that system, and as a result, miss the signs that should have suggested, hey, you know what? My response to this behavior suggests that it's more than just this behavior, it may be something else.
Looking at the definition of trauma, I really like what Peter Levine, who is the father of somatic therapy, I like what he talks about when he says that trauma is when there is a threat or a perceived threat, and the body stiffens and contracts and tightens. The trauma is not out there. The trauma is inside the traumatized person.
I guess when I say get out, sometimes it's actually getting out of your head. I think for those who might still be reeling the effects of either sexual abuse or any other form of trauma, is to first figure out where your control is. My control was in my mind. You know, yes, I lived in Japan, I was in Nigeria, the UK, now I'm in Australia. On paper, I'm running away from something. But I realized it was my mind. And so figure out where you have control, and it's your mind, and it's to make the choice that an event will not define you to make you play small.
Working with children who've experienced trauma isn't my speciality, but I've worked with a lot of adults who have survived extreme trauma as children. And I know that what they experience as children continues as adults, and one of those things is disassociation, which is struggling to stay in your body when you're presented with any level of stress.
Does forgiveness play a part in healing? I usually like to answer questions really strong, but I don't know. I'm still new in the journey to that. I think if I saw my uncle today, there's a possibility I'm going to want to take him out. There's a possibility I'm going to want to fly kick him right there. That's what I think, but I don't know yet, because I haven't seen him since my work and my awakening. But I think it does. I truly, people say it, forgiveness is about releasing yourself rather than anyone else.
Whenever I hear, oh, well, should you forgive your perpetrator? I think, I'm not 100% sure. Well, I think that's a person's individual choice. And as a therapist, I would never encourage them one way or the other. I would say, let's have a conversation, so whatever choice you make, you can live with.
I think the reason why somebody would want to resolve their trauma, talk about their trauma, deal with their trauma, is because of this immense amount of locked away energy, this immobilization that is in the system. And so if you think about that being locked away, and again, we can go back to, an analogy of like a traumatized person body being like a soft drink bottle with its cap on that's been shaken and shaken. We wouldn't just, unscrew that cap because we'd get this explosion. But think of the energy that's actually locked there.
But it was when I was in my 30s, and I was having a conversation with a sibling or something, and they said, Uncle David's here. He's in London. Oh, and he's looking after so and so. I just thought, fuck. Every single thing I had buried had come back to the surface like a tsunami.